Hi there, Paul Newsom here and Andy Blow from Precision Hydration. We are Team Precision Hydration for this weekend's Ötillö Swimrun World Championships. It's a pleasure to be here in Stockholm in Sweden. We're going to take you through now some of the equipment that we're going to be using, our equipment choices for the race on Monday to get us through 75 combined kilometres of swimming and running. So Andy, do you want to take us through the start here? Yeah.
I'll start with the obvious,
Absolutely.
swimming goggles.
Yep.
The only thing to say really is we don't know what the weather's going to be like here. So it might be clear goggles, it might be dark ones, but the selection is relatively important because some of the swims are quite long. You've got to be able to see where you're going for sighting. I won't need to see so much because you'll be leading the swims. At least I'll be able to see your feet very closely with the right goggles on. There's mandatory kit with swimrun races. The terrain is a little bit rugged and it's quite remote. So you carry a first aid kit, and you carry a whistle and a compass. And as you can see, we've invested heavily in the finest lightweight technology when it comes to our whistle and compass for this year.
Absolutely. This almost looks like it's freeze dried. It's so small and unique to sort of sit inside your suit there.
And the suit's mandatory as well.
Absolutely. So looking at the suit here, we have the Hoob Amphibia 2 swim run wetsuit. And the biggest obvious difference with this suit compared to a standard triathlon wetsuit, for example, is it's got a zip up the front of the suit there. And that's simply to allow you so when you jump out of the water, you can zip it down, get a little bit of air to your system, because obviously we're going to be doing some long runs in there. And the last thing we want to be doing is overheating. As Andy's showing you here as well, we have two little breast pockets inside, which we can carry gels with us or any other bits and pieces, maybe the first aid kit in there. There's also a nice little neat pocket down the lower part of the back where I'm personally going to be carrying some spare goggles just in case anything untoward happens on the swim there. But the suit itself is nice and flexible, as you'd expect with the Hoob wetsuit. It's also very flexible around the hips as well to prevent any sort of restriction in there because obviously we've got 65 k's of trail running to get through. Yeah, there we go.
Paddles are a big part of swim run because you're allowed to use them. Most swimmers tend to be faster with them on, especially because you increase the drag with wearing running shoes in the swim. We've done quite a lot of training with them. That's the most important thing, to make sure that you get strong enough to be able to use them for what is quite a long distance of swimming. I've been training with this sort of mid-size paddle, doing a lot of mileage like that. You can probably tell by the way.
Check out those biceps.
I built up the guns for this race. And they're also actually a side usage, as you can write the distances on there. So when Paul says to me halfway around, "Are we nearly there yet?" I can tell him exactly where we are on the course.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to getting through this left paddle because once we're there, we're onto the long run, which is the half marathon run. And as Andy says there, drag is our biggest demon on the day. So what we tend to do here is we try to get our body position high as we possibly can in the water. And the way we do that is with the Hoob Big Boy here. In fact, Hoob have actually specially designed us a fused big boy. So we've actually got two pull buoys glued together essentially there to give us around about 70 newtons worth of buoyancy. And that's a lot of buoyancy, about 4 or 5 standard pull buoys. It lifts the legs nice and high, and combined with a pair of these calf guards here, which are around about 8 millimeters thick, that just helps to float the legs up that little bit higher. Because as Andy's going to show you here with the shoes, drag is that biggest demon, around about 8 to 15 seconds per 100 swimming with a pair of trainers on like this.
Yeah, we've chosen some really superb lightweight shoes. Innovate X Talon 210s, these are. I've always used Innovate shoes for swim run because they're light, they drain well, they're great on all sorts of terrain. These ones have sticky grip. They're very
Most importantly, they're bright orange and look awesome.
Yeah, they do look awesome. They're safety orange. They can always find your body if you're floating in the Baltic Sea with a pair of these sticking up in the air. So these are a good compromise between enough support and stability to run 65k, but being lightweight and quick draining enough to not impede the swimming.
I found in practice they very much feel like slippers whilst you're wearing them, because I was a bit nervous myself about using something so lightweight, but they've been really, really, really good in practice there.
Another piece of kit which we are using is a tether. So it's a belt. We both wear a belt. You attach yourselves with this sort of stretchy umbilical cord, which has got carabiners on the end, and that's useful to keep together in the swim because especially in the early swims it can be quite busy, there's other swimmers around and you have to stay within 10 meters, so this keeps you together. The other good thing that it does is it equalises any differential in your swimming speed. So Paul's a little bit stronger than me in the water, I'll be trying to draft behind him, and if I fall back a little bit he can feel the bungee cord and pull on a little bit, and then it keeps me nice and close in touch and it enables me to sit in the draft.
Totally, and similarly, we'll use it on the run as well. So when Andy's pulling me up these great big hills, etc., it'll give me that ability to try and stay with him a little bit better. But the tether here is such a useful way of just giving you that reassurance that the person is actually with you, like Andy says, within 10 meters, and that's what we'll be looking for there.
In terms of nutrition and hydration, it's a long race. We've got to take a lot of calories and fluids in. We will carry with us a flexible cup and a flexible bottle, and that'll be to pick up the drinks on the course. They don't give out any cups. They don't give out paper cups for logistical and for environmental reasons, which is actually a really good move, I think.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
we'll stuff these inside the wetsuit, top them up at the aid stations, and get a good drink as we're going around. We'll be carrying a few energy gels stuffed into various places because you need a lot of energy. They do give out a lot of food on the course, but we're going to top up in between aid stations with that. And I'll personally be carrying a little blister pack of precision hydration sweat salts because I'm a heavy sweater. It's a lot of hours running in a wetsuit, and they should help prevent me from getting any cramps.
Absolutely. And the other piece of equipment, of course, is our Garmin swim run watches, if you like. So Andy's using the Phoenix 5. I've got the 935. Great to keep on track with where we're going and how we're doing in terms of our pacing, etc. And they also feature a digital compass as well, which is one of the requests of the organisers to make sure, to help with the navigation and keep you on track. So Garmin is going to be great and come in very, very handy on the day and monitor that pacing there. So there we go. This is all our kit laid out. Andy's been specifically going through this for about the last 5 hours, making sure, ticking off all the boxes, make sure we've got everything there, because you can appreciate trying to remember all of this stuff. A little bit like a triathlon on steroids in many cases. Lots more equipment to actually remember. But this is what we're using, and look forward to doing it on Monday. And
yeah, we've got all the gear now, mate. We've just got to get out there and
just do it.
Just do it.
Absolutely.